I rise today to share my support of the ongoing bipartisan efforts to reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act. As you know from the prior speaker, the distinguished senator, negotiations to reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act on a bipartisan basis have been ongoing now for 3 years. Since the beginning of this year, my office has been working closely with Senator Ernst, Senator Durbin's, and Senator Murkowski's offices to negotiate a bipartisan agreement to reauthorize this important and critical law. I am thrilled that we are now able to share that we have reached a bipartisan framework which will strengthen, modernize, and reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act. We are committed to introducing this bill next month. This bipartisan agreement would reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act through 2026 and provide important updates to modernize the law that's been so critical to protecting and supporting survivors of domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking. Our bipartisan agreement would enhance and expand services for survivors of domestic violence, including survivors in rural communities, LGBT survivors, survivors with disabilities, and survivors who experience abuse later in life. Our agreement would reauthorize and strengthen the criminal justice response to domestic violence, including, by improving the Justice Department's STOP grant program, closing the dating partner loophole on a prospective basis, and strengthening the ability of tribal courts to address instances of domestic violence on tribal land. Our agreement would also invest in prevention education efforts. It would expand access to emergency housing support for domestic violence supporters, and it would improve the health care response to sexual violence across the country. These protections are urgently needed, and the time to act is now. I've been here for a while. I have never seen the coming together of the two sides of the aisle any stronger than it is now to work together to solve this problem. So I look forward to participating in the introduction of this bipartisan bill to reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act next month.